Petition number 87 of 2024, Madam MABIRIZI versus Uganda Revenue Authority.
Shambi. Madam Chairperson, my name is MABIRIZI. I am the applicant. I appear in person. My name is MABIRIZI. I am the applicant. I appear in person.
Good morning, Madam Chair and honorable members. Amanya Mishambi. For the respondent. The respondent is represented by Mr. Bernard Kasoma. Mr. Bernard Kasoma. K-A-S-O-M-A. He's the manager, Efris.
Manager what?
Efris.
Madam Chairperson, the matter is coming up for cross-examination of the respondent's only witness. I'm ready.
I don't hear you. Can you hear me louder?
It's coming up for cross-examination of the respondent's witness. It's the continuation of the hearing.
The witness take what?
I, Bernard Kasoma, swear by the Almighty God that the give touching the matter now before the tribunal shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Madam Chair and honorable members, the respondent has one witness. We file the witness statement. We
11th March.
We filed and served a witness statement. Madam Chair, we are ready to proceed with hearing of the respondent's case. You may so please the tribunal.
Do you have any objection to this admission?
I have no objection.
The witness statement of Mr. Kasoma Bernard is hereby admitted as the witness in chief. The applicant will proceed to cross-examine.
Mr. Kasoma, good morning. My name is Madam MABIRIZI, the applicant. I'm starting with your paragraph 2.
You're trying to speak up.
Okay. Hey, so that I move closer. Okay. Technology. Yes, Mr. Kasoma. In your paragraph 2, you are saying that your role is development of strategy, right? Yes. He says he's a manager. His role is development of strategy. You have the witness statement with you? You have the witness statement with you? I pray that you have it, you get it. Hmm?
I don't give you.
Okay. So as a strategist, how come, were you involved in the implementation?
Were you involved in what?
In the implementation or enforcement of IFRIS between 3rd April 2024? Between 3rd, I mean, around April. Let's use the word, the month of April. Yes, 2024.
April what year?
2024.
Yes, I was involved.
Now, under what title were you involved?
I was an officer.
Under what?
Under what title? Mr. Kasoma, my point is, you are saying you are a strategy developer, right? Are you the same person who goes to the field to implement your strategy? Yes or no? And if yes, how is it possible?
So, answer is no.
You don't implement the strategy you develop.
I implement, and we have a team that does the action enforcement.
Well, so you are not part of the enforcement.
Yes.
So do you agree that you are not?
Yes.
Sorry.
You said, no, I implement, but I have a team. What does what?
The action enforcement in the field.
So am I right to say that you are not the right person to testify about the manner of enforcement? Yes or no?
No.
So were you at Matuga? For example, when you read my affidavit, my affidavit, well, actually, if I can call it a witness statement, which you are responding to, I talk about Matuga as one of the areas of enforcement. Were you there?
Objection, Madam Chair. I don't see the relevance to that question, as the witness never testified about that. It's not relevant.
Madam Chair, cross-examination is an open thing. I led the witness to say that this witness is not in the field. Are not in Matuga. Okay. So specifically, in summary, what was your role in April 2024 when the implementation of IFRIS was at its climax?
What was your role?
In April 2024, when the implementation of IFRIS, enforcement of IFRIS, became highly controversial.
Became?
Highly controversial.
Sorry, but there is sound from...
It's okay.
My role was to do the overall strategy of what the teams were going to do. And to do the reporting. paper that's coming out from the field one. Yeah.
Where are you stationed?
Pardon?
Where are you stationed?
Bolivar. Kampala Metro.
Where?
Kampala Metro. At Bolivar.
At Bolivar.
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 Is that Kampala Road?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kampala Metro.
Yes. Kampala Metro. Bolivar here, opposite post office.
So in your paragraph 4 of the witness statement, you said you read my case and understood it. Briefly, what is my case?
Your case? Your case, you are contesting the overall implementation of the freeze. You are contesting URA forcefully onboarding all taxpayers onto the e-freeze, forcefully registering all taxpayers into the e-freeze system.
You are
Contesting
the overall
implementation of e-freeze.
Uh-huh.
Is also contesting
Yes.
URA
Forcefully.
forcefully registering all taxpayers onto the e-freeze. And contesting the enforcement of the e-freeze.
Okay, let me take you to paragraph 8 of your statement. We shall use it together with paragraph 11. Did you make any radio announcements and television announcements? Yes or no?
Did you make any?
Radio and television announcements.
Radio and
Television. As part of your publicity campaigns, stated in paragraph 8.
as part of your publicity
Campaigns, stated in paragraph 8.
campaign.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Did you appear on any of those campaigns as the manager?
Yes, I did.
Specifically, where did you appear?
I did appear on our X handles,
On your what?
X handles,
X, X,
X.
X. Handles, H
our X handles where we had a campaign of MABIRIZI TI.
Okay. So is that X handle a TV or a radio I asked about?
But it's the campaigns.
Mr. Kasoma, I'm the one asking. I asked a TV or a radio, you said yes.
So in that X handle,
Is that X handle a TV or a radio? I asked him about.
It's the social media one.
But that was not my question. You have said your question.
But objection, Madam Chair. I think whereas the applicant has every right to question, but the witness, and clearly in his witness statement, if you look at paragraph 8, specifically stated that through several publicity campaigns, so it is not limited anywhere to TV or radio. So limiting it to that is,
Madam Chair,
I think, outside scope of
I read paragraph.
what the witness knows.
Okay. I read paragraph 8. I picked a question about TV and radio. They
You
wish
have said you appear on social media.
not TV and radio. Okay. In proceeding, now let's pick it from Paris City Young. So, does it mean give me my receipt, right?
does it mean?
Give me my receipt.
Yes.
So who was to give a receipt? Who was to ask for a receipt?
The buyer.
No. The buyer was supposed to ask for a receipt wherever he buys
Yes.
something.
Yes.
So what if a buyer buys something from a non-VAT registered business and he says Paris City Young,
From
a non-VAT registered?
VAT registered.
Yes.
And says,
Give me my receipt.
Paris City Young.
Mm. What was your message to the people?
So the purpose of that campaign was to receive receipts from these different taxpayers.
Taxpayer.
Yes. And our role was to validate those receipts.
Mr. Kasoma, my question is,
Was still answered.
okay, it's okay.
Was to validate those receipts, to select out such taxpayers who were supposed to issue tax invoices, which is our e-receipt. And to select out those taxpayers who were not obliged or mandated to issue the E.
To select out those taxpayers who were not mandated.
Who were not mandated to issue the tax e-invoices.
So am I right to say that you applied a net, a wider net?
Am I right to say that?
You applied a wider net to catch every business so that you can start sorting.
Apply, to catch.
To catch
Mhm.
every business, every nature of business. so that you can start now selecting who is supposed to be VAT registered, who is. Is that the position?
What registered?
No.
No?
Reason being, every person who does business is obliged, is mandated to keep records. Okay. Keep business records. Okay.
Which is okay.
And our role is supposed to be to validate.
Yes.
Our role, every person,
Our role is
our role as URA is to validate and confirm the nature of records. I'm still answering. Nature of records that taxpayers keep. It should also be noted that not all receipts will necessarily carry a tax implication.
will carry.
Not all receipts will necessarily carry a tax implication.
That's not why we are here. We are here because in your statement you are saying there was a law which introduced a freeze, right? And you are saying that when a freeze came, so every person has to issue a receipt and the client has to demand for a receipt. Were receipts not being issued before you freeze?
Go a bit slow. You were saying that when a freeze came.
Yes. The witness is saying when a freeze came, every person was supposed to issue a receipt and for a buyer to ask for the same. Right? Now my question is, before you freeze, were you carrying out enforcement on receipts?
Before a freeze?
Yes. Were you running receipt? Were you running a campaign of a mandatory receipt?
Yes.
Okay, can you confirm that it's an offense which carries huge penalties for a person not to issue a receipt under a freeze?
It is an offense?
Yes.
Which?
Punishable with huge fines.
With a huge fines.
For a person not to issue a receipt. I just need a yes or no.
No.
It's not an offense? When I don't issue an e-freeze receipt, you don't penalize me?
The question was a receipt. It will be yes if it is an e-receipt.
Okay, when I don't issue an e-receipt,
Yes.
It's an offense.
So what should we write? Like 6 says no. Now ask about the
If receipt. Now, is it an offense for a person not to issue an if receipt?
Yes, it is an offense if the person
Hold on. Not to issue an e-receipt. And the answer?
The answer is yes, if the person is mandated to issue the if receipt.
Okay, Mr. Kasoma. For example, in the Kampala area, how many enforcement officers do you have as you under you?
Over 21.
Over 21.
Over 21.
What happens? Okay. What happens when one of your enforcement officers finds me with a luggage of items bought from
Finds me with
a luggage
a luggage.
of items bought? Of items bought. And that officer believes that no receipt was issued. What does it do? I'm trying to drive at I think he can answer the question, because if I tell you what I'm trying to drive at, I may lead him to
However, Madam Chair, maybe with some guidance, the witness said he's not an enforcement officer.
Yes. The witness said he's a supervisor,
He's not an enforcement officer.
he's a manager, he has 21 people
Strategy.
below him,
Manager, strategy.
and they report to him.
I can give him the answer. So the answer is yes and no.
I did get a question. What happens?
What happens when one of his officers finds me or another person with a luggage which he suspects that it upon which an e-receipt was not issued?
So the answer is a yes and no.
What happens?
So, okay. During the actual implementation of this project, which was in July 2024, around that time, indeed it's true, our enforcement team would require businessmen or taxpayers with huge volume of goods. Would require businessmen or taxpayers with huge volumes of goods to possess documentation for those goods, and where one didn't have such documents. They were required to communicate with their suppliers to give them or to provide them with those documents. However, currently, after the presidential directive, as an authority, we went low on such enforcement. To allow more time for sensitizing our taxpayers.
Thank you, Mr. Kasama. Following from that, as you are telling me, as I'm communicating with the supplier, can you confirm that I'm normally under arrest by your officers with those goods?
Are you?
Can you confirm that such a person who is communicating with the supplier is actually under arrest of your officers with his goods, with his or goods?
Answer is no, because such the owner of the goods would be given time to leave the goods with our officers. Yes, with our officers as they go to get the documentation.
So you are,
As they go back to the suppliers to get the necessary documentation. So that's not an arrest of a person.
so can you confirm that it's an arrest of goods?
Of goods, yes.
Okay.
Not of the person.
What happens if
So you say that, so it is an arrest of
goods, not a person? So
What was the answer?
he says yes, they arrest the goods but not a person. So is it true that you were enforcing, you were carrying out enforcement against a person who is not VAT registered, right? This border guy, whoever is carrying the goods. So it's true that before the presidential directive, you have said you were carrying out enforcement against persons who are not VAT registered. Speak so that the microphone can capture it.
Yes, we are carrying out enforcement on every person who was in possession of bulk goods with an objective of validating such goods should have been issued with the electronic invoice or not?
I didn't ask you, what is your profession?
No, should have been issued with an electronic.
Mr. Kasuma, what's your profession? What did you study at university?
I studied accounts.
Accounts. Right. What degree? I mean the degree.
What do you?
Is it relevant from the
Yes.
let's take relevant questions.
Because I need to know the background of the witness for a purpose. But it's okay. He's an accountant, he's a taxman. Now, as a taxman, are you aware that there is no such requirement that every transaction needs to be in writing?
There is no
Such requirement
that.
every transaction needs to be in writing?
So it's a no. Your statement is false. According to the tax laws, every person who is engaged in business is required to keep records.
What if I'm not engaged in business?
Every person who is
Engaged in business is required to keep records. And like I said, not all records purposely imply tax.
Okay. In your paragraph 11, you say, contrary to public opinion.
where in your what?
Paragraph 11 of the witness statement. He says, contrary to public opinion. Mr. Kasoma, why was public opinion against your method of work, despite your said efforts?
Why was public opinion?
Yes, we have a what?
Yes. Despite your alleged efforts to sensitize the same public.
Despite your sensitization.
Alleged efforts.
The IFRS system, it's clear that its implementation meant exposing what the taxpayers do. So it is obvious that anyone in business would not wish to be exposed to a taxman.
No, so it is obvious
It is obvious that anyone in business would not wish to be exposed to a taxman. And therefore, hence the negative public opinion.
So this presidential directive to suspend your enhanced enforcement.
So the what? As president?
Yes, the presidential directive. Are you telling this tribunal?
No.
The question is, are you telling this tribunal that the presidential directive to suspend your enforcement, enhanced enforcement, was intended to promote tax evasion?
Was intended to do what?
To promote tax evasion.
The president, to also make it clear, he did not suspend the enforcement.
I say the enhanced.
Okay, the enhanced.
No, he did not.
He did not suspend the enforcement. However, he requested URA to go slow, to take it slow. And I want to note, to tell this tribunal that even after the presidential directive, the engagement that we had with the president, we carried on with enforcement in a selective manner.
Okay. We came in at a little bit late. I pray for 10 so that I have 2 more questions. But my second last question is to Mr. Kasoma is, Mr. Kasoma, Kenya, we are in this African community.
Kenya?
Yes, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, at least those ones I'm sure, they have the e-receipt system. Did you benchmark there?
Yes, we benchmarked this.
Why are those citizens not, why is the public opinion not against IFRIS in Kenya and Tanzania and Rwanda, but is against yours in Uganda? You are not allowed to consult the lawyer.
I'm not allowed.
Yes. If you are in a serious setting, you don't.
Okay, my answer is, I can't talk for an opinion on Rwanda or Kenya. I can only talk for an opinion for Uganda.
Okay, so where are these machines sold? The point of sale, how do you call them? Those IFRIS compliant machines. You are saying that you did not create a single entity. So where can I buy one? That's your paragraph 11. Where can I buy a machine?
Currently, we have a company by the names Rank Consults. Yes. Rank Consults that sells this device. However, we are also finalizing an accreditation process. Accreditation. We are accreditation process. of more suppliers of these devices with an aim of increasing the supply of the same at a more reduced cost.
So are you confirming that actually there is one supplier now? Yes or no?
Yes.
What is your question, Mr. MABIRIZI?
Is he confirming that there is one supplier of those machines?
Yes.
Of course, which is a monopoly. As I conclude, in your paragraph 14, you are saying a lot of things. You are saying, first of all, you cannot be sued when there is a problem. You are also saying that I should go to constitutional court. How do you come to know that?
How can you?
How do you come to know what is stated in paragraph 14?
Madam Chair, I think the witness clearly stated.
But
Let me answer that question.
the witness
In this paragraph,
has his.
It is written and there's no.
So, I'm not a lawyer, but with my little understanding of law, that is what I believe. That's what I believe.
You are confident. Lastly, you are confident that when you are doing your work and you break laws, you cannot be sued, but the Attorney General shall be sued.
But you are confident.
That when you are doing your work as a taxman and you break laws of Uganda, the person to be sued is Attorney General, not you.
It depends on the nature of the case. In this particular case, in my understanding, I see as if you would have sued the Attorney General.
Thank you so much. That's all, Madam Chair and the members, for this witness, Mr. Kasoma. Thank you so much.
we're out of time. How many questions do you have in your
Madam Chair, about the
12 questions.
Let's adjourn.
Madam Chairperson, we have Tuesday, the 26th of August at midday.
Is that the wing of the judges' conference?
No,
It's outside, yeah? Yes.
And January 2.
Tuesday, the 26th of August at midday.
26. Let me first confirm. Where's my calendar? It's okay. At midday.
Okay, that's available this afternoon.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Adjourn to the 26th.